from Port Leonard while visiting during 4 weeks some 7 garrisons in the United States. Well, then it's from Bosnia, where I served under 3 U.S. division as a chief engineer officer of Nordic Polish Brigade. Came January 2000. We have only 30 minutes. Those ugly faces who I met here last year, remember, you were in a hurry other way. So, but not that hurry. So shortly from Salpa Line we came here because our honourable war veteran can gather himself in nice and peace, not starting there. It was after winter war, new borders have to be secured, and planning and building started in April 1940. And it was organized so that civilian working groups made all the concrete work, caves, the obstacle stones, things like that. And the field army, who was naturally here, they do the digging and sawing and things like that, and barbed wire and things like that. And the decision was that this part of Salpa Line, the name was given in 1944 after the great attack on Karelian Isthmus by the Russians. So we wanted to give a real name Salpa, that means bolt, be close to Finland. We have this still behind the main lines that you saw small barges on Karelian Isthmus while coming here. So the name is from 1944. Okay, back to 1940. Was organized civilian workers for working groups about 200 men and things like that. It varies a little bit. And there were over 35,000 civilian workers in March 1941, and 2,000 voluntary women. And half of Finnish lorries were this ever biggest construction work that Finland has made or will be made. The budget was, the Finnish mark is approximately same as 61 years ago, so it was same as we have the whole defense budget this year or in coming year. So that's, like I said, the biggest ever construction work. The line up from Gulf of Finland up to Lake Saimaa, the bunkers are there some 100 meters, 200 meters. And the stone obstacles, it's 4 rows, and it starts 30 kilometers over there and ends 40 kilometers over there. And then Lake Saimaa area, only those parts were fortified by concrete, because lakes, roads that go through the lake area. And then on the northern part of Finland there were only field fortifications. Well, few concrete bunkers also made. Well, let's do the first period first. The first period ended in June 1941, because there was a war again. And then Finnish army tried to take back what we had lost in the winter war. And the construction was stopped here. The second period was from end of June 1944 to the beginning of October 1944. Then there were real construction battalions, not CBs like you, but construction battalions, companies and things like that. Here some 30,000 men again doing and making this main line better, making shortening line, for instance, the custom 2 kilometers up to Finland, there goes a shortening line that was built 1944. There are not so many concrete things, these kind of heavy concrete bunkers, not at all, only so-called balloon bunkers or spherical bunkers, which is original US patent. I will tell some dirty details after a while. So over 700 concrete bunkers. Over 225 kilometers stone obstacles or dragon teeth. Over 350 kilometers barbed wire obstacles. Over 300 kilometers trenches, caved or explosive, were made. And field fortification, some examples, 1,250 machine gun positions and barracks and everything. So it was, I mean, 4 million people in Finland those days. So how many people there are now in, for instance, Chicago today? Is it more than 4? Yeah. I think so. So that was a huge effort. And so then after war, because the political situation was what it was, so they started to collect all wood material, things like that away, and now during the last 10 years it has had the honor what belongs to the Salpa Line, and also those men and women who build it. I have been training as a combat engineer, not a sapper, but I have been almost, well, let me say, 24 years serving here in southeast Finland. And of course, Finnish Army has own plans for some parts of this Salpa Line, and as a hobby it has been 15 years for me, and now when I'm retired, the hobby turns to a profession without salary. And that they have special family shelter model that could be used in for fortification, for accommodation bunker. And it was brought in on the Isaac Sea Liinahamari Harbour, and the parts were found there in 1942. I mean, nobody knew that there were parts of, only some balloons and things were left, and then we all made, according the written story by the lieutenant in Finland, we made these plates and rubber balloons and things like that. And there's some 700 perihelical bunker on the Karelian Isthmus and some 400 in the Karelia area. And in Salpa Line, in 1944, they could make some 264 of these bunkers. You don't see at this tour, there's some 10 of these concrete bunkers on the other side of the road. The system was that to dig a hole, you put this steel plate that's inside the rubber ball, big one there, then 2 steel nets, then these covers, and then concrete, and then that start sucking the water away, so it's dry very fast. They could make some, with these equipments, we don't have this rubber balloon here, some 3 or even 3 per day, these teams. Half of these elements, they had to leave that on Karelian Isthmus when Russians had their, somebody say when they ran through the Karelian Isthmus. That's not true, but if all these could have spent away or get back to Finland, we would have on Salpa Line some 500, 600, but that's only speculation. But that's from United States. Thank you for you. Okay, you can see some few hundred meters of trenches here. Now we are dividing in 3 groups, 3 as big groups. There's a bunker for only placement for 45 millimeter anti-tank gun, not accommodation place. And then there's if following these, there's a bunker for machine gun and some 20 men's accommodation. And then small accommodation bunker, which there are also equipment, guns and things like that, some for 12 men. I will go up to the machine gun bunker, but we take the tours, small tour, so that those who go first there go after that. This one, so we go around like this. I mean, okay. Number 1 from here down there.
You don't slip when you step through, it's cold. Morning, guys, mug. And you got to remember when we were here last year, he said you got to remember every tree was cut down.
Yes.
So where you're looking through here, it's hard to see. But during the war, every tree was cut down so they could see the tanks coming.
They heard somebody.
They do.
Yeah, I believe you.
This is their accommodation bunker for one of them.
Yeah.
All the different weapons.
How many guys? 5 in a tier? Or?
No, I think he said, what was it, 12?
Yeah.
12?
12 to 20.
Oh my gosh.
Total.
Mine's out in front of them.
Uh-huh.
Out of the picture. Yeah, but in a devious sort of way. I mean, what would it do to put anti-tank mines right in front of the obstacles? I mean, they would...
Nähdään syksyllä.